The other type of ratio questions is when it involves more than two variables. So in this case, we have AC and BC. So it's actually A, B, and C, three variables. But we will assign the repeating variable to be 1. So in this case, C is appearing 2 times, right? So let C equal to 1. Okay, that's decided. Now let's convert this into a fraction. Like before, how we know that A to C is actually A over C, and 2 to 3 is 2 over 3. And since C is 1, so A is simply 2 over 3. And B over C is 3 over 4 for the other fraction. And B would be 3 over 4 because C is 1. So now we have the three variables as numbers. So A is 2 over 3, B is 3 over 4, and C is 1. And now all we need to do is to apply it into this statement and put it into a calculator. So they only want 2 over 3 plus 1 divided by 3 over 4 plus 1. And you should be able to get the answer out. So whatever the answer tells is given on the calculator would be the answer. And the calculator would give you 20 over 21. Okay, and the other way of doing it is without the calculator is by arranging the three variables A, B, and C one by one. So it's A to B to C. Now at the same time I need to multiply all the denominators to each of the terms. So they times it by 4 because of this denominator, and times it by 3 because of this denominator. Okay, and let's simplify the fractions. And here we have a 12. Here 3 times 3 is 9. And in the front we have 2 times 4, which is 8. And this is A to B to C. And so since we need A plus C, A plus C, and we need B plus C, 9 plus 12, which is also 20 to 21, which is what we needed. So the answer is D. So it works for all these cases. And you can also do this type question 7 the same way. So let's look at this equations. When we have a equation which involves two equal signs, basically you can let anything to be equal to the other statement. So if I say this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, I can write down it's 1 equal to 2, or 1 equal to 3, or 1 equal to 2 and 2 equal to 3. So it doesn't matter in this case again which one I need to assign to be 1. Okay, if I assign A to be 1, I make sure I use the number 1 term to both equations. So let A equal to 1. So if I decided that this is the one with the 1, so I need to use this in both cases. So 3 over 4, because A is 1, equal to 4 over 5B. And also 3 over 4 is equal to 5 over 7C. Okay, so they're interchangeable. So you can decide which one to use. So I've decided A to be 1, so I'll make that equation. And when I simply times this to the other side, it's 15B and then 16. So it's 16 over 15 as the answer for B. And then the same would happen in this side. 21C is equal to 20. So C is equal to 20 over 21. Okay, so we can see that this number is actually bigger than 1. And A is 1. And then C is actually smaller than 1. So if I need to arrange it in order, then the biggest number is B, followed by A, and then followed by C. So the answer is A. If you have any problems, you can convert these into decimal point numbers so that it's easily seen for you. Okay, so I have a calculator next to me, so I'm going to type that in one by one. So 16 over 15 is 1.06 6. And then 20 over 21 is 0.95238. So it's very clearly seen. The yellow one is the biggest value, followed by the orange value of 1, and then finally the purple value, which is the smallest. So therefore the biggest value is B, followed by A, and then lastly C. So that's the answer for A. Okay, we can let A to be, or any variable that's repeating, to be 1, and then we can simply do it in a simpler way rather than the traditional way of making two different ratios into combining as a triple ratio number.